Hey guys, a pleasant good morning to you. Starting a little earlier than normal today, but this is when I get all my internet business done. As you can see now, it's 4:18. I've already been to Denny's for my morning coffee and done a little bit over my phone for 45 minutes. But anyways, it's been a little while since I've posted a video for the simple fact that we have just been flat busy. Through the holiday season, we are working on our ATM expansion. Regulations. Did you know that if this sticker was not on your machine and the federales did an inspection in your location, you could be fined $10,000. So guys, my server is excellent. They've been in business since 1969. You wonder what that 50-cent fee is per transaction. It's for the bookkeeping. It's so you have your own login account. It's so you get a text with an alarm if your ATM is low. There's 3 different levels of alarms. I set mine at $1,000, $500, and then of course empty. But by the time it hits $1,000 and we get that first alarm that it's low, we're out there usually within 24 hours. So just to keep that in mind. Now, reason for this video, a lot of guys ask, how far is too far? You know, they're going to drive 60 miles for one location for a snack and soda. That's too far. If you had a chain, let's say, convenience stores, whatever the case may be, and they had 5 in your area, but the 4th and 5th ones were, 30 miles out, 40 miles out, and they were for ATMs, you can always put a little more cash in them to make that trip a little bit more worthwhile. Now, yesterday, I didn't cold call because I already had the leads. 2 of them came in on Facebook of my local area, and I looked at the furthest address, and I went there first, and it was 17 miles from my closest spot. So I got to figure, 34 or 5 miles round trip to service this one ATM. It's got to be a good spot. So I went out there, talked to the owner. It's in a little bit of a rural area, no banks at all. Very little commerce, but there's a lot of people that live out there. It's kind of several subdivisions, retirees. I don't want to say people living off the grids because these are nice houses. It's just rural. So we're going to try an ATM out there, probably start with a bank of maybe $3,000 and see what happens. So on the way back, I took a little different route. It was a 2-lane highway. It was a couple of miles further to get back into town where my other spots are, and I kind of made a mental note. There's a lot of potential out there. So what my main goal is in the next probably 3 to 6 months is I'm going to place 2, 3, maybe 4 more ATMs on that same route getting back to home base. So in other words, guys, when you're dealt lemons, make lemonade. If you get a spot that you want to try that's a little bit far from your current spot, plan on putting more in that same area. Cold call all those other factories, or if you're into vending, or if you're into ATMs, of course, all those bars and restaurants and C-stores, the good spots for ATMs. So anyways, I didn't feel 17 miles one way was too far for the simple fact that there is room for more, there's room for expansion, and we are definitely expanding our ATM business. So anyways, guys, keep that in mind. ATMs are a good thing. I really figure that if you don't hit the average of 130 swipes per month, you only hit 100 swipes, you're charging maybe $3.50. That's what I charge per swipe. Your return on investment is still going to be 10 months or less. You're still going to have a good quality piece of equipment that should last, I'd say, 7 to 10 years. I talked to one operator, and they have a bunch of the same ATMs that I'm going with, and 7 years, they told me how many thousands of transactions and virtually no problems. So return on investment, guys, compare that to maybe an amusement game, very expensive, snack and soda, tremendous amount of labor, with gas prices, you know, in ridiculous portions here as far as price goes. Keep in mind, when you carry money, you may have a little bit of risk, but if you're smart, and I mean smart, don't be dumb. And I'm not going to go in any further than that, but I drive a nondescript car, 33 miles to the gallon, no signage. I don't make it a point that you know, for any reason I'm in the coin op business or I'm carrying cash. Luckily, where I am in Arizona and Nevada, it's an open carry state, so I think most people would be a little bit intimidated to try and rob a guy that's got a, you know, a gun on his hip. So anyways, guys, any questions on the ATM business, we can get you started with one machine. This is January of 2002. Now keep in mind, prices do fluctuate, but right now start with your first one, less than $2,500, and that includes delivery to your location, to your shop, and get you started, get you an account open. All that's free. But I encourage you, do like we did. Start with one machine. I just ordered 3 more this morning. I'll have a total of 6 out here within the next 2-3 weeks, and I'll start working on my next 2 or 3. So let me just show you the model that we're working with here, so you know. I did notice today that when I open things up, my little packet of goodies, they sent me an extra, what I think is a keypad. Big roll of paper. I can't see that paper not lasting at least a year. So anyways, it's a good looking unit. There is an optional sign for those that you ask. Something I didn't cover but I want to is these have the Bitcoin software in them. And here's my little care package. I'm assuming, and we know what happens when we assume, I'm assuming that that's probably a keypad. But anyways, guys, these do accept the Bitcoin transactions. You do get paid 2% for that. That's all free money. You still get your transaction swipe fee, etc. But anyways, guys, questions on the ATMs. If you want some good ROI, you don't want expired products, you just want to carry cash, I strongly recommend it. My only issue is I did not get started soon enough on these, so I wish I would have done it 10 years ago. Anyways, guys, Doug at Doug's World Tour, Vending and Amusement Channel for 2022, our first video, and I'm out.